Hello everyone, welcome to Nilanjana's exclusive English lessons. In my last video, I had shared some very important questions for descriptive essay. Now, I'm going to tell you that for narrative essay, what all can you prepare? Now, those who are having a doubt about the topics that can come in your exam, for them, I would like to state that usually the topics are related to whatever things are happening around you. First of all, before you prepare for any essay topic, always try to keep your eyes open and just reflect on the important things or events that had taken place in the last 8 to 10 months. It is very probable that your questions or your comprehension will be something related to that. Now, let's take the first topic for narrative essay. Narrate the incident when you saw someone being bullied or when you saw someone being harassed. It could be a man or a woman, or it could be a girl or a child, anything. Cases of bullying, cases of being people being harassed is very common. So as a student, how did you stand up, or what did you do, and how you saved that person? All right, so just try to keep your ideas related to the incident, whatever has happened, and whatever is continuously happening in schools, like ragging, bullying, women being harassed, like how we had all faced the trauma of the people or the family. The entire nation stood up against, the horrific case which had happened in Arjikor. So there could be situations or topics related to these themes, because these situations just make us aware what should we do and what should we stop doing if we are doing anything wrong. So the first topic which I'm sharing is narrate the incident when you saw someone being bullied or harassed, and how did you stand up against the entire thing, or how you became a role model for the other students. Maybe everybody in the class was bullying that person, and you did something where you maybe had complained the matter to the authorities, or you took a stand for that person, and how you stopped that harassment. The second topic, narrate an incident about a tense situation where you had to make a difficult decision when you were away from home with your classmates. What was the decision and how did it impact you? Now, all of you are growing up. You are in a growing age where you are standing on the verge of adulthood. So, there are situations where you may have to take an independent decision, where your parents are not around you. Talk about a situation like that when you had to take a decision, and you had to take it all alone. When you were there with your classmates, how did you take the decision? What can be the incident? So, what can you write over here? It could be, let's imagine that you had gone for a trip and somehow you had missed the bus. The other students, they already left, and due to your carelessness, you were not able to reach the time allotted for the pickup, and you were left all alone in a different city, in a different location. Now you have to take a cab and you have to reach that place. So that's a independent decision. How do you manage to do? So there were some people who tried to help you out. You were a little scared. You thought whether it is safe or not. Of course, there could be safety issues. So then you went to the nearby police station, or you went to some helpline, and how you contacted them. You took a decision all on your own. You didn't sit and cry, and rather you handled everything in a very matured manner. So this is a tense situation. I'm just giving you a random example, whatever is coming to my mind. If you think this is feasible, you all can write. If you have better ideas, definitely go with that. The third topic is, you were goaded by your friends to ride the scariest roller coaster in a theme park. Narrate your experience. So basically, how you were tempted to go for a very scary roller coaster ride, and what was the experience? What did you learn from it? So here you can talk about the thrill, the excitement, and also the what did you realize? How was your experience? And definitely, I think most of you already must have experienced such kind of things. And most of the rides are really scary in the amusement parks. So you can talk about it. I think this is an easy one. I'm giving you a mixed bag. I'm giving you some easy, I'm giving you little complex topics as well. The fourth one, narrate an incident when you felt that you will not pull through the ordeal. State your feelings and behavior during the difficult time. What is an ordeal? Some students had a doubt when I was doing this with my private batch. So, ordeal refers to a painful, terrible experience, something which is very painful. It could be anything. It could be a painful experience where you are stuck somewhere and then you thought that you are never going to make it. Let's imagine somebody got stuck in the lift, in the elevator. So all of you can, take your ideas from the lesson, but then definitely no copying, no copying from the story. Definitely do not try to take any ideas from your stories. I'm just giving you some thoughts that all of you know how it feels to be suffocated in a elevator, in a lift. You can talk about this. Somebody also gave me the idea that somebody was in the middle of a desert, and then how he came out of it, like how he managed to pull through and how he saved himself with no food, no water. How he came out of it, out of the desert. So you can talk about that. Now, always remember, when you're writing an essay, the question is quite long. Most of the students in a state of panic, they will just read the first part of the question and they will start writing. Each and every part of the question is extremely important. State your feelings and behavior. So you have to emphasize separately on feelings. Now, while you're writing your feelings, please don't always center your words around I was scared, I laughed, I talked, I enjoyed. Think about verbs which are a little different. Think about verbs which are a little unique, innovative. That's how you improve on your expressions. So when you say we laughed, instead of that, you can say we had a blast, we chatted. There was a lot if you talk about, let's say that you have a great relationship with your friends and you are having a good time with your friends, then you can talk about that we had a lovely camaraderie. Then there was a lot of bonhomie. All these words are very interesting and you can use them. Fifth one, you were walking back home from school. As you took a turn to enter your lane, you noticed an old woman asking you to help her. Out of compassion, you decided to do so. Narrate what happened next. So you were going home, you met somebody in the lane, an old woman who was asking for help. You had a good intention, you were compassionate, you helped the lady out. And then what happened after that? Now this story can take, a different turn. It could be that, she's a part of a kidnapping gang. It could be a simple story as well, like you went to a house and you saw that, she was living all alone and there was nobody, her children must have abandoned her. So you can take this story in different ways. But always remember, when you are writing a narrative essay, it has to be interesting. Narrative essay means you are narrating something which is worth reading, so that people don't get bored. Whenever you write an incident or an event, remember to make it interesting. If it is not interesting, why would people read? Because you're telling something. Narrate means what? You're telling. So why would you tell something which is of very simple and ordinary matters? Unless and until it is of importance, unless and until it has a message, we will not narrate anything, right? So every story has to be interesting and a message has to convey. Narrate the experience when you got your first pet. State the changes the pet brought in your life. This is very easy. Most of you can write this. Okay, so you can talk about your dog or your tortoise or some birds that you brought home. What else? And the changes that brought in your life. Changes, definitely you become more responsible, you become more compassionate, you think about others. Maybe before the pet had come, you were a little self-centered. And now you think about others, you give it food, you give it, if it is a dog, you take it out for a walk. Many things you can write here. Next is narrate how you celebrated your favorite festival. I'm just giving you a general word, favorite festival. Whatever festival you celebrate, you can talk about it. It's a very easy topic. But please don't just write, we ate, we went here, we went there, we ate. If it is a festival, there has to be a significance of the festival, right? So every festival has its significance. Please write the significance. Without the significance, even though the topic must be very easy, apparently, but you're going to lose marks if you don't talk about the significance. By significance, I mean, let's say you're talking about a harvest festival, right? So there are harvest festivals, Pongal and Baisakhi. These are all harvest festivals. So what is the significance? You have some unexpected guest in your house while you were preparing for an examination. You had to attend to them, and your parents were not at home. Narrate how you entertained them and coped with your studies. Bring out your feelings. You can see every question at the end states bring out your feelings. So therefore you have to concentrate on this part. Now when you just write about your feelings, don't say one line and leave it. Okay, usually children will say, I felt very frustrated, I was very irritated, and that's all. No, you have to write it in a separate paragraph. You have to elaborate on that. That carries marks. So here you can say that parents were out, somebody dropped in, and then how you made tea for them, maybe cooked something for them, or you ordered something online. Basically here it checks that how responsible you are when your parents are not there, because you just cannot be a bookworm, and you just can't say, oh, I got irritated and I just wanted to throw them out. No, that sounds very mean and cheap. So don't write such things. I've read a few essays where people are writing, I just wanted to throw them out. No, how come you can do so? So behave responsibly. Talk about how you manage the entire thing, and then at the same time, maybe stayed awake 2 hours more at night and prepared yourself. But you can't be selfish. See, we are all growing up to be good human beings. That is very important. So whatever you write, it reflects on yourself. What are you? What kind of mind you have? What kind of thought process you have? So don't write anything mean in your essays. Narrate your experience of completing your most memorable project on cyber scam. I think I already told this in descriptive also. Cyber scams are very rampant, so you can expect something about it. So if you don't know, please read some articles, go through some reviews and some videos also about cyber scam. What are the basic things a person should know? Okay, so what webinar you attended and what did you learn, what are the mistakes that people do and how people are getting scammed. So these are some things that we should be all aware of, especially youngsters. They are exposed to internet, they do a lot of things without knowing. All right, then is narrate an experience when you took care of your family who was under the attack of a common virus prevalent in the city. This is also quite, I would say, very rampant these days. I don't think you may get a question like this, but in case you may get, like how after Corona, there were some questions about what happened during Corona and how you tackled everything. Keeping in mind the same thing, you can talk about how you became more responsible, how you took care of the family, what are the precautions you took, and how you educated others. All right, so what I'm trying to suggest is, whatever things are happening all around us, just keep your eyes open, and this is how you can prepare. Those who have not watched the descriptive essay topics video which I have discussed, please go and watch that. In my next video, I'll definitely try to come with argumentative essay topics. Thank you so much, and if you are new to the channel, please support the channel, subscribe and share the video. Thank you so much, and all the best for your upcoming exams. Goodbye.